I feel like we can all agree on drinking in some scenarios can definitely enhance the enjoyment, like going to parties, gatherings, or going to sporting events. And I feel like that also goes with places not to drink at. Like places like school, funerals, work, or even driving your own taxi cab. And all these scenarios I've actually heard about or seen firsthand, and I am being 100% serious about the taxi cab situation. So these are the craziest scenarios I've ever seen people drink at. First, I'm going to be talking about school scenarios, and again, drinking in school is not crazy. I guarantee a bunch of you watching have probably drank at school. I've never drank at school, but I've had friends who drank at school. It's really nothing out of the ordinary. However, what is out of the ordinary is drinking a jar of vodka at 9 in the morning, and I wish I was lying or exaggerating this at all. It was passing period in the bathroom, so you know everyone's about to be in there vaping or smoking or whatever they do in the bathrooms, you know, and I see these four probably like sophomores, and I'm a senior at the time, and these kids are just tapping their vapes or whatever, and then this one kid pulls out a Mesa jar of vodka, and I just could not believe my eyes. And it was filled to the brim, not half, not quarter, the full thing of vodka. And I thought in my head, maybe they're just gonna like drink it like throughout the day, maybe finish it at lunch. And they passed the whole thing around with the four of them until it was done at 9 in the morning in probably the span of 3 minutes, just downing it each. No chaser, no nothing. And knowing that these kids are sophomores, I know this is nothing top of the notch. This was definitely that plastic bottle that you can just see in a supermarket that is right next to the exit, so you know they stole it. And those plastic bottles are brutal, especially at 9 in the morning in school. And no chaser is just crazy. I just could not believe my eyes, like what I was seeing. I don't even see the enjoyment of drinking in school in general, and then drinking vodka at 9 in the morning with no chaser. You cannot pay me $100 to do that. And you can tell these kids were bums too. I mean, they had full grown beards, full beanie, hair down to their shoulders on their sophomores. Like, you could just tell these kids were not down the right path. And then my second school drinking story, there was this girl, let's call her Stacy, and she was friends with one of my best friends' girlfriend. And this story takes about sophomore year, and I've met this girl a couple times at parties, so we know who each other are, but I wouldn't say we were friends. And this story also takes place at probably 8:30 in the morning, around 10 or 20 minutes after the school opened. And then I hear a medical emergency. So whenever a medical emergency happens at my school, everyone has to lock the doors so no one's out during passing period, and so the medical professionals can get there as fast as possible. But sometimes this just happens if someone's having a really bad panic attack or something like that happens. So I wasn't thinking anything crazy, because this again wasn't super uncommon at our school. But this lockdown is happening for about 30 minutes, so I'm kind of surprised and not really thinking too much of it, but I just wanted to go to the bathroom, so I was waiting for it to end. And my friends are texting each other in the group chat trying to find out what's happening, because they're about to link up to go to the bathroom. But then one of my friends texts me that girl who was having the medical emergency had half a bottle. I don't know what it was, but she had half of a bottle and blacked out in the middle of the hallway when she got to school. So this isn't even drinking at school. She pre-gamed. She pre-gamed school. And this girl ended up being alright, but then she got expelled, because I think it was like her third or fourth time getting caught up in like the drug stuff at our school. And at our school we had like 3 markups. If you got 3, you were expelled, and that's what happened to her. But then I think she got let into the school year after, so it really didn't mean that much. Now this next story is actually crazy, and this isn't from my experience. I have a friend that works at a car detailership for taxis in the state, and I kid you not, he was told that taxi drivers go blackout drunk driving all the time. Like, he'll be working there late at night and stuff, and he'll be seeing the drivers drink before going, or they're already drunk. Again, I'm not going to go into details of this because this is all alleged. He could have just made this up, but I highly doubt he did. And their job is driving people. Like, how ironic is that you're a taxi driver and you're getting drunk at the job? That is like the one job you should never, ever, ever drink at. Like, just imagine you're calling a taxi to like your work, and it's 9 in the morning, and your taxi driver is just black out drunk. Like, what are you even supposed to do in that situation?